Everybody joining Lone Oak Survival. So today we're going to talk about the infamous rabbit stick or game stick, whatever you want to call it. So the reason why you'd want to make one of these for yourself out in the wilderness is because, albeit I think the idea that people have when they go out in the wilderness, they're going to see lots of game and they're going to live off the land and it's going to be so plentiful, yada yada yada. Truth is, guys, not so much now. Why? Because the animals are used to being out here year round. You're not. You're the intruder into their home, not vice versa. Secondly, I understand there is ways around this. For example, like small game hunting, I notice I just stalk hunt through the woods, just kind of willy-nilly. You know, I don't see anything. But if I sit down for 10, 15 minutes, any of those quail or wood grouse or whatever flying by, you know, they're going to be flying around. I can see squirrels, I can see rabbits, I've seen a few weasels, you know, just sitting down there plain as day, just leaning against a tree. The animals realize you're not a threat and they kind of just go back to doing what they're doing. But what we can do is use our ability to judge distance, because human beings are predatory animals by nature, so we're really good at depth perception and throwing things like our ancestors. So this is where this comes into play. So the game stick, as I like to call it, instead of the rabbit stick, but the game stick really consists of a piece of hardwood, right? The section should be roughly from your armpit to your hand cupped. If it's a little longer, no big deal, whatever. You just don't want to go like super long with it. And you're going to want to have the thicker end of said tree, sapling in this case, or branch, whichever. You're going to have the thicker end towards the end that you want to have away from you while you throw. The handle is going to be more so towards you. And like I've been doing, guys, you can shave this down so it dries out or whatever. Or if it's already naturally balanced in this section of, say, this third's heavier than this 2/3 right here, if it's balanced more so on this end, should work okay. Is it going to work the best? Well, it depends how accurate you are and how hard you throw this thing. So that being the case, guys, that's the game stick. I mean, that's how you build it. It's nothing super awesome or hard to do. What you can do, say the branch is pretty symmetrical, you can sit there, or tree, you can sit there with your knife, and I understand, you know, conserving your edge and whatnot, but you can sit there with your your blade, and you can knock this down so it's, one, losing mass, but two, becoming a better handle for you in the long run. So, gotta keep that in mind there too as well, guys. So you can do that until, you know, your heart's content of like, okay, yeah, that definitely weighs more than this end or whatever it's going to be. So, standing up here, how do I like to throw mine? Pretty simple. I just kind of walk around. I like to put the end on my shoulder and kind of have it extended like this. If I see something, that way all this motion is more so hidden by your body mass. And say I see a grouse on the ground, you know how they are. They don't want to move and whatnot. You look, kind of line her up. It does take time, it does take practice to be good at throwing the stick. It does take time and practice to be able to hit your target. So whatever you're trying to catch out in the wilderness, whether it be small game, you know, some kind of bird or whatever it's going to be, have like some kind of, I don't know, tin cans or something like that, or cardboard, whatever it's going to be, some kind of target that you make the same size and shape roughly as the target animal you're going for. Now, does the end have to connect with the head? I mean, that would be perfect. It would be a perfect throw. But no, more so, it's going to sound kind of gruesome, more so it's more about stunning the animal until you can come over, pick up like the stick again, or if you made 2 or 3 of these things, take your secondary one and club them back of the head, thus killing them that way. So, a little gruesome, but, you know, it is survival. That's how you attain food in the wilderness. Just throwing the idea out here, guys. You know, don't forget about the game stick, guys. It is a valuable tool to have on hand. Plus, it's also a multifunctional tool, because, again, if you made 2 or 3 of these things, you can sacrifice one to be your baton. So, if you need a baton wood with your knife, or split, like my last video split, you know, some logs to make better firewood for your fire, you can use one, again, for a baton to pound your wedge through your firewood, thus splitting it, etc., etc., guys. So there's plenty of uses for sticks in the wilderness. Anyways, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty, prep up. Y'all bless.